All right, here is a pretty straightforward data visualization analyzing sales by customer name as a horizontal bar chart. And if I take a look at my chart, I initially notice that my dimensions are in alphabetical order. Customer name, Aaron's are first, Adam's are next, Adrian's, and so forth. What I really want to do here is a top 10 or a top 15 chart, for example, showing me who my best customers are. I want to analyze just my top performers. Well, the first thing I want to do is sort the chart in some other order than customer name, in particular, probably sales order, which happens to be my measure. If I come up to the toolbar, there is a very straightforward Sort Descending toolbar button that I'm going to click. It resorts the chart high to low, and now I can start to either Control-click on Windows or Command-click on Mac. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then from my tooltip, Keep Only, and there is my top 10 customers chart. Perfect. Now I want to do just a little bit of testing and making sure that this chart is correct, and in particular, I want to make sure the chart properly adjusts depending on my underlying sales. If someone buys more stuff, I want them to show up in the top 10 list. In particular, I see Ken Black here. Ken's a customer that's done some work with us, but not number 2 work. So I'm a little concerned about that, and I want to come back to my data source and have a quick peek. And this first order in my data source, this nice 20,000 plus order, has his name on it. That's the problem. It's a data entry error. It's not his order. It's this customer, Claire's order, so we need to copy and paste Claire's name in because Ken was put in by mistake, and then save that data source. Now I come back to my Tableau visualization, and I want this top 10 chart to probably make Ken go away and Claire show up, because that's going to make a big difference. We're going to refresh this data source and see what the result of that underlying data change is. Well, it isn't what I want. What I see that happened is Ken stayed on the top 10 chart, but he's just not buying that much stuff when we compare it to the rest. There's got to be folks below this customer that are doing more than Ken is. That's one problem. And Claire, who was probably pushed way up into the top 10, isn't here. Why? The problem was that Keep Only filter. When I selected the dimension names, the customer names, and kept only, the filter is simply saying include these customer names. It doesn't pay any attention to the actual sales amount. At the time I did that filter, those were the top 10 customers. But as the data changes, I can't have the top customers filter be based on customer name. It needs to be based on the actual sales. And I want the top 10 customers with the sales summed. That means I'm going to come to my filter shelf, edit the filter, change the filter from general, where I'm going to check none to clear all the checkboxes. Come to the top portion of the filter box and do a top 10 by sales. Click OK. Now Ken is gone and Claire is number 2, and now that is a dynamic top 10 list based on my customer sales, not my customer name. That is the key of the filter shelf. You may not have noticed that top option there, but it is key to real Tableau visualization.